Hello everyone. So today we will learn how to determine the COD, that is chemical oxygen demand of water sample. Either it is a raw sewage or treated sewage water sample. Okay. So coming to the introduction. So due to gradually increasing population, what happens? The number of industries is also increasing, right? So this results in increased pollution also. Now the chemically oxidizable organic substances are discharged in water, which depletes the amount of oxygen that is present in the water, affecting the aquatic system drastically. Now, this estimation of BOD alone could not give the exact idea of pollutants that is present in the water. Therefore, COD is also estimated alongside BOD. So, this COD it refers to the oxygen consumed by the oxidizable organic substances and also in some portions inorganic substances. Okay, so however, the value of the COD cannot be compared directly with that of the BOD. You should not compare both of them, but you have to calculate COD and BOD both in order to find the amount of pollutants present in the water sample. Okay, now coming to the principle of COD, that is chemical oxygen demand, it is the amount of oxygen required to chemically oxidize organic matter present in the water. Okay, using a strong oxidizing agent, the oxidizing agent which is used here is the potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium. Okay, so in acidic medium this oxidizing agent is used to find out the chemical oxygen demand or COD of the water sample. Now this dichromate, after digestion, this dichromate is titrated with ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is abbreviated as FAS, and the difference between the blank and the sample titration values are used to calculate the COD of the water sample. Okay, so this is the complete principle of your COD. Now coming to the requirements that we need for this experiment. So first we need the COD digestion flask. Okay, here you can see this is the digestion flask over here. You can take also a COD digestion flask like this in a conical shape. Then you need a reflex condenser. This is the reflex condenser, here you can see. Then you need a burette for titration purpose. You need pipette. You need measuring cylinder to measure the water samples. You need hot plate or COD digester. Here you can see this is the hot plate and this is the COD digester over here. You need mercuric sulfate, that is HgSO4. You need ferroin indicator and distilled water. So these are the requirements. The reagents which we need for this experiment is the standard potassium dichromate solution. Okay, so that should be prepared in the concentration of 0.25 normal. Okay, so this is the first reagent that is to be used. Next, you need concentrated sulfuric acid which will contain the silver sulfate, Ag2SO4. Okay, so this is the second reagent, and the third reagent is 0.1 normal ferrous ammonium sulfate. Okay, the concentration is 0.1 normal. So how to make this normal solutions 0.25 or 0.1 normal solution? So all the solutions making have been discussed in our previous videos, the research units videos. Okay, common research units which are used in the lab. So in that video we have covered how to prepare this concentration. If you don't know how to prepare this concentration, you can go and check out this video. The link will be in the description. Okay, so these standard solutions, the reagents which we use, we need for this experiment actually are not mentioned in this tutorial. Here we will only talk about the procedure, how to calculate the COD. Okay, so preparation of this reagent is done beforehand, before you do the COD experiment. Before you start the COD experiment, make sure you prepare all these reagents beforehand, 1 to 2 days before, so that you can carry out your experiment smoothly. Okay, so the preparation is not mentioned in this video. We will cover this preparation of this reagent in our next video. Okay, so if you want that video, you can write in the comment section below. Okay, so these three reagents are prepared beforehand, and we will now start the procedure. So in the step 1, what you need to do, you need to take the sewage water sample which we have collected. In the COD flask, you take 20 ml of sewage sample. Okay, 20 is enough. 20 ml of sewage sample you take in a COD flask, and beside this you also keep a blank. So in blank you can simply put 20 ml of distilled water. Okay, so in step 2 you add 1 gram mercuric sulfate. Okay, mercury sulfate was HgSO4, right? So 1 gram mercury sulfate you add in both the COD flask and mix it properly. In step 3, you have to add 10 ml of standard K2Cr2O7. Okay, so you have already made the standard potassium dichromate solution, that is 0.25 normal, and from that solution you have to add 10 ml of it in the both the COD flask, both the sample and the blank. You have to keep the blank. Okay, your blank is very much important, you have to keep it. Now in the step 4, you carefully add 30 ml sulfuric acid silver sulfate reagent while swirling. You have made it, you have made the sulfuric acid and this silver sulfate already beforehand, you have made it, and from that you have to add 30 ml to that COD flask which is containing the sewage water sample. Now in step 5, you have to attach the reflux condenser above this COD flask and keep it for digestion in the COD digester for 2 hours. Okay, you do the digestion for 2 hours and at a temperature normally 150 to 155 degrees Celsius, or you can put it in simply in a water bath also for digestion purpose for 2 hours. You can set the temperature and you can keep it for 2 hours for digestion. In step 6, you after 2 hours you take out the flask and allow to cool it to room temperature. In step 7, you have to dilute your water sample with the distilled water. Okay, for titration purpose you add 50 ml distilled water to it, dilute it with 50 ml. Then you add 2 to 3 drops of ferroin indicator. Normally 2 drops is enough, so 2 to 3 drops of ferroin indicator you put it in your sample, in your flask, and then you titrate this sample, this digested sample. You need to titrate this digested sample with 0.1 normal FAS, that is ferrous ammonium sulfate. Okay, you have to titrate this solution and you will see that the color will change from blue green to reddish brown. Okay, so until the reddish brown color is coming, you have to titrate it with this FAS, and then you have to note down the readings. And then you do the same thing for your blank sample as well and note down the readings and proceed for the calculations. Okay, so this is not very difficult procedure to follow, but make sure you make all the standard solutions which you need, the 3 reagents which we are using. Make sure you make it beforehand, before you start this experiment. Now let us see the pictorial procedure again. So you have taken the 20 ml sewage water sample in the COD flask, and alongside we have kept a blank as well. Then you add 1 gram mercuric sulfate and mix it well. Then you add the standard K2Cr2O7 solution, that is potassium dichromate solution, 10 ml, and then you carefully add 30 ml sulfuric acid silver sulfate reagent to it. Okay, you add all this sample together and then you transfer it to the COD digestion flask, or simply if you have the test tubes, okay, in the test tube also you can carry out, or in the COD flask, conical flask is better. You can add this, transfer this solution to the digestion flask, and then here you can see you attach the reflux condenser above your flask, COD flask, and keep it for digestion for 2 hours. Okay, so you can do this digestion in the hot plate, or you can simply do it in the water bath also. And the temperature which I have mentioned already, 150 to 155 degrees Celsius, and you have to digest it for 2 hours. So after digestion you have to allow the flask to cool to room temperature. Okay, you are allowed to cool it down, and then you dilute it with distilled water. You add 50 ml distilled water to both. Make sure whatever you are doing to the sample solution, you have to do the same thing for the blank solution also. Okay, so after dilution with the distilled water, you add 2 to 3 drops of ferroin indicator. Ferroin indicator is readily available in this type of bottle, you can purchase it directly. Then you add 2 to 3 drops of ferroin indicator in your sample and start the titration process. So in the titration process, you can see in the burette you have 0.1 normal FAS, that is ferrous ammonium sulfate, and in the in your flask you have this digested sample. Okay, so titrate this dichromate solution in the 0.1 normal phase until the color changes from blue green to reddish brown. You have to titrate it until it will change to brick red color or reddish brown color. Okay, then at the point which it will read the brick red color, you have to note down that point. Okay, from starting to ending point you have to note it down. and then perform the same thing for the blank solution as well. You note down the reading and proceed for calculations. So now coming to the calculations, here you can see that COD is measured here in mg per ml. Here the two types of formula will be given. So COD you can measure it in mg per ml or mg per liter. So for mg per ml you have 8 into C into Vb minus Va by Vs. Okay. So here C is the concentration of the titrant, that is FAS. So what is the concentration? 0.1 normal. Okay. So that should be written here, 0.1 normal. Vb is the volume of the titrant used for the water samples, and Va is the volume of titrant used for control. Clear? And Vs is the volume of water sample taken. Clear? This will get clear when we will solve this equation. Okay, we're using an example in our next video. So this is the general formula which you need to follow to find out this COD of your sample. Here you can also find the COD using in the unit mg per liter. For the mg per liter, you just have to put 8000. Okay, here the 8 was taken as a constant. So 8000 here for the liter, mg per liter, you have to take 8000 into concentration into Vb minus Va by Vs. So similarly, C is the concentration of the titrant, 0.1 normal. Vb is the ml of the titrant used for the water samples, and Va is the titrant used for control. Okay, the starting point and the ending point. Okay, suppose you have started your titration from 10 ml and you have finished it at 5 ml, so 10 minus 5. Okay, so this is how you calculate. This will get clear when we will see the calculation in our next video. Okay, so you just keep in mind the formula which are using for this COD calculation. Now coming to the precautions which we need to keep in mind for this experiment. So you need to handle this concentrated sulfuric acid very carefully. Make sure you wear gloves before handling this reagents before doing this experiment. That would be better. Okay, wear a lab coat and wear the gloves. Ensure complete reflux of 2 hours. Do the digestion properly for the 2 hours. Avoid contamination of the glassware. You wash the glassware beforehand. Neat and clean, sterile in place where you are working, and then you can start your experiment. Use freshly standardized FAS solutions. All the reagents which I mentioned, 3 reagents, you try to make it freshly before 2 to 3 days. Okay, so generally this sulfuric acid and silver sulfate solutions, we need 24 hours to prepare this. You prepare it before 1 day. And then precaution number 5 is perform the blanket sample under identical conditions. Okay, so the keep the conditions same for both the sample and for the blank to carry out the experiment smoothly and to get the proper reading of the COD. So these are the precautions. Now coming to the applications of the COD. The COD experiment is very important for this analytical method, is an important analytical method and is used to determine the organic pollution which is present in the water and wastewater. In the normal water also you can find the COD, and in the wastewater as well. Okay, so it determines the organic pollution, the load of the organic pollution. So if we brief it, so we will brief it like this. So assessment of the water quality, COD experiment is required. For monitoring wastewater treatment, okay, COD is very helpful. For regulatory compliance also, you have to take the standard regulatory which is given by the government in order to do the COD. And then industrial effluent control, you can do it. The COD estimation is done for this to check this industrial effluent which is being discharged in the water bodies, right? For designing wastewater treatment systems, pollution monitoring, rapid pollution analysis, and for research and education. Okay, so all these applications, the COD experiment has all these types of applications. Okay, so this is very helpful and very commonly used in the labs. So that's all for today's video. I hope you have understood this video. The calculations and the preparations of the reagent will be covered in the next video. So stay tuned for that. If you have any queries regarding this practical, you can write it in the comment section below and we will solve it for you. Okay. So if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and do share and subscribe to our channel for more such related microbiology updates. Also, do not forget to hit the bell icon and follow our LinkedIn page. The link is in the description as well. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.